Yes, everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is the opening day of the Premier League season. Manchester United aren't in action until Monday night, obviously, but it is the first game. I'm just sitting here writing my team sheet out and thinking, oh man, first game of the season, the big one. And there's something about these preseason matches in August. All the new kits always look extra bright for some reason. It's always sunny. The weather's good. Everyone's full of optimism because everybody's on the same page. 0 points. Everyone's enthusiastic. You've got new signings to see. You're like, oh, when did they sign him? I didn't know they'd done that. I love opening weekend of the season. It's absolutely fucking sensational, and it really gets me going. And today I've got something a little bit special for you. Actually, we've got them for the entire season, so get used to it. And that's going to be my bet boost from our friends at Parimatch UK. Obviously, this is a highly anticipated opening match between United and Wolves, as always on Monday night. But I've got to give you some details of my bet boost. I'll be doing these every single match preview as well with Parimatch UK. Now, what I've gone for is I've gone for United over 2.5 goals because I think opening day, good vibes. I thought we had a strong preseason despite people not necessarily agreeing. And I will get into all the details about what's going on with Wolves a little bit later on. But I think United can score 3. And some of the bets I'm going to do because it's what I think is going to happen. But also I think, if I just had like United to win, the odds aren't great. So to get good odds, you got to go a little bit more risky with it. So I'm going United 2.5 or over 2.5 goals. Both teams to score, I'm going no, because I think United are going to beat them to 0. Obviously, Wolves are in a terrible position at the moment. And the cherry on top, the one that I'm going for, is Bruno to score at any time in the match. And here's the kicker, folks. This bet has been boosted from odds of 39 to 4 to 13 to 1. So, just to be clear, this isn't your average bet. This is my personal bet boost, exclusively available through Parimatch UK. So, if you're a diehard United fan or you're just a fan of a beautiful game, you can now check out and back my selections at a boosted price. And if you're feeling the excitement, like I am, and you want to back my bet boost for this epic game, all you need to do is follow the link in the description below, and it is as simple as that. So there you have it. That's my exclusive bet boost for Parimatch UK for this opening fixture of the season, United versus Wolves. So get in the action, get involved, back your own instincts, and let's make the match even more unforgettable. But thanks to Parimatch for sponsoring this video. It is 18 over. Please be gamble aware and responsible when you are gambling as well. In terms of the situation then, Wolves have confirmed the appointment of Gary O'Neill, so United get that new manager bounce straight off the bat with what seemed like every third week we were facing a brand new team with a brand new manager. But we're getting it straight off the bat in the opening game of the season. Lopetegui's gone after an agreement to part ways, whatever that means, on Tuesday after disagreements over the direction of the club. What was the disagreements? Probably because they was like, why are you selling all my players, man? Can I buy anyone? No. Sound. At home, United demonstrated quite outstanding performances last season, dropping just 9 points in 13 home matches. We conceded only 10 goals, which was really good. It was the strongest defensive record against across the entire campaign. At Wolves, they've seen Ruben Neves, Raul Jimenez, Adama Traore, and Nathan Collins all leave. And United did the double over Wolves last season, and I think will be favourites to do the double over Wolves again due to Wolves' problems off the field. Now, how they play, well, you got to look at what Bournemouth did, really. So at Bournemouth, it was a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, so I'll be expecting the same here. This is what I'm expecting in terms of the 11. Star man, I do think, will be Pedro Neto. So with the departure of some of their stars, he's probably the best player that is left. Low centre of gravity, dangerous on the transition. Could be the season that he finds that sort of pre-injury form where he started to show a little bit of promise. And in terms of United's 11, like I said, just sitting here almost smiling to myself writing this, thinking, oh man, new season, new team, here we go. And almost had to stop myself writing David De Gea in net. So Onana in net. Wan-Bissaka right back, Luke Shaw left back, Martinez and Varane as the centre defensive partnership. Casemiro, Mount and Bruno. And the good thing is, this could be, as long as Casemiro is one of the two at the bottom, this could be any iteration. This could look like a 4-3-3, and I think against Wolves, it probably will be almost like a single pivot with Mount and Bruno playing as a pair of 8s ahead of him, looking to create, looking to try and find stuff in the half spaces, looking to try and drag people out of position so you can find people in the 9 slot and out on the wing. Anthony on the right, don't think he's had a great pre-season, but he does hold the shape really well and brings people out towards him. And then I wrote this and crossed it out, and I wrote it again and then crossed it out and changed my mind. I was going to go with Sancho in the false 9 because we've seen a lot of that in pre-season, and I think that would be a game that you're going to elicit a lot of control in. This makes a lot of sense. But I think he's going to go for Rashford down the middle with Garnacho on the left-hand side, because I think what I expect from Wolves is that they're probably going to play on the counter a little bit. And it's a good job I finished talking about my team, because my piece of paper just flew over the floor. That big gust of wind. I think the Wolves side are probably going to come and sit in a bit of a low block. And one of the best ways to beat a low block, you shift it side to side. You always keep looking, keep going side to side. Do they keep shuffling over correctly? If they're not shuffling over correctly, can you look for a reverse ball, find a little bit of space? And that's how you get through a low block. You go wide for it. But the other thing that you can do when you're trying to beat a low block is run at it. Because a low block works because it's man marking and it's preventing overloads. Everybody's back. You haven't got more men here than us. We've got more men than you. We're always +1 at least, so we can always cope. So if this guy jumps out of position, I'll slide in and I'll cover him, and they're not getting in over here. But when someone starts running at people, a la Garnacho, that's what I'm looking at here in this sense. If Garnacho starts running at people, when they go past someone, when they take somebody on, they take somebody out of the game. And then it forces somebody else to come across. So Garnacho, I think, is going to be massive. Get him running at the defence and see what happens. The match winner, though, Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford was 30 goals last season, quite underwhelming pre-season. He's going to come into the game motivated. I think he's going to be ready to rock and roll. He did look a little bit brighter this weekend, just gone. But he was responsible for 1/3 of our goals in the league last season, over 1/3. With Howson being out, he will again be our main goal threat until Howson returns. He's got the pace. He's got the ability to be world-class. If he repeats what he did last season, I think he's world-class. But it's a big if, and a lot of people are expecting that he won't do that. So Marcus, come and show us that you can do that. And I think he'd be the massive difference for us. And that's it. In terms of the how to beat, United got to go and play their game, own the ball, dominate the ball, take it to them, because there's no point being tentative. And it's almost like, it's hard to say it because I know they won't. At home, Manchester United last season, if we repeat what we did at home last season, we will be fine. It's our away form we need to worry about. So just do what we do at home and we should be sound. Check out my bet in the link in the description if you fancy having a go at that. Otherwise, let me know your thoughts on the game. Give me your score predictions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.